What's up everybody, Fortexfiend here, and welcome back again to another video on SD Gundam G Generation Eternal. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at a piece of news that was dropped in-game, I want to say about 2 days ago, in regards to Master League Season 2. Now, first of all, before I go ahead and continue with the video, I want to thank you guys for being patient with me. I know I haven't uploaded anything for the last few days now, and I haven't been streaming. I was taking some time off, spending some time with my wife and kids, especially I'm in the United States and we were celebrating 4th of July. So I wanted to just take that time off for myself and just spend time with my family. So thank you guys for the support and thank you guys for being patient. Now, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into the notices here and take a look at the info in regards to Master League Season 2. As you can see right here, they thank you for supporting the game as always. Here is the information about the boost and terrain for Master League Season 2, which is scheduled to start in late July. So I'm expecting maybe around like the 3rd week of July that we possibly might be seeing this drop. So as you can see, the stage is space, which is great because there's a ton of units that could fight in space. There's even units that can only fight in space, so that is awesome. Now, the boosted tags are interesting. So we got Lightning Fast, and a lot of people were calling this, especially with the New Gundam being dropped. And there's several of not only the Gacha units within that banner, but also within the new development trees that we got with the storylines that have Lightning Fast. So a lot of us were kind of predicting and calling this. Now, the other one is interesting. It's Protagonist, and we've seen this before with Season 0, and I do find it interesting that they brought this back because there is a ton of units within the Protagonist. Now, the difference is with this is that, remember, the boosted stats that you're going to be getting for utilizing units with this particular tags is going to be increased to 50%. And as we've seen with Season 1, that boost is pretty significant because, for example, if you're using even a development SSR and you have it fully max limit broken, that unit is already going to have higher stats with those boosts compared to a UR unit, for example, that has no limit break. And then if you decide to SP convert that SSR unit, whether it's from the Gacha or whether it's from the development trees, that unit will be even more powerful. Sure, you're going to miss out on not having an EX skill. You possibly don't have like a weapon damage nullification ability or even like an absolute hit unless the unit has an AoE. But all in all, the stats made a difference. And we saw in Season 1 that it actually really catered to free-to-play as well, as we saw free-to-play players able to hit that 150k score within Master League. So I do find it interesting that they're going with a more broad tag and a bit more of a, centralized tag in Lightning Fast. So we know that this is going to be coming out in late July. That's all they told us. But I do find it interesting that they shared this information with us early. However, it is good for us because even for newer players, you guys can prepare ahead of time, which I'm going to be helping you guys do that with this video. Because what I've gone ahead and done is we're going to go into formations right here. I've given you guys some visual examples of, like, let's say like a gacha party or like a whale party or like a free-to-play party example. So then that way you guys kind of have an idea of what to use or what you can use in preparation for Season 2. Now, full disclosure before I get started with this, when it comes to taking a look at especially the more free-to-play party setups, I want you guys to take into consideration fully max limit broken, and also if you have units that are URs of the tags that I'm talking about, use the URs, because if you have something better, use it. But these visuals that I'm showing you are just examples of what you could potentially use, whether you're a spender, a light spender, or you're free to play. So we're going to go ahead and get started right here. We're going to take a look at I call this the one-shot killer gacha, okay? Now, the reason why I call this the one-shot killer gacha is because they are using the Protagonist tag. One-shot killer, as we've seen in Season 0, was very powerful, especially if you have the Lacus and Eternal ship, which if you do, this is probably going to be the most common whale party that you're going to run into when you get to the upper tiers of Season 2. So you're going to have Freedom Gundam, you're going to see Justice. I know Justice is not part of the Lightning Fast or Protagonist, however, it's still a really strong defender, and it was really strong in Season 0, so that's going to be a great one to use if you happen to have this comp. And then afterwards, you have Aerial, which is one of the best supports in the game. You also have Strike Freedom, which Strike Freedom is just absolutely strong. I mean, it's in the top 3 DPS units right now. It's definitely number 1 if we're talking about like Strike Freedom, Sazabi, and the most recently released New Gundam. And then finally, you got Sazabi. In terms of your pilots, structure it how you feel like it will work best for you, but I like prioritizing like for example, with Paptimus Shiroko, I could easily put Soletta there, but I put him there because of that MP increase. And then afterwards, I put Mika and Justice because of the double support defend. So this is an example of a one-shot killer Gacha team or whale team, also utilizing primarily the Protagonist boost, because you're going to get the boost from the Lacus and you're going to get the boost from Protagonist with Season 2. Now, the next party comp that I want to show you, this is going to be right over here, the Lightning Fast Gacha or the Lightning Fast whale team, okay? Depending on which Lightning Fast ships that you have. So with this one, for example, I have the Energy Restoration Lightning Fast UR ship at full limit broken. So I'm going to be using that. I got the new Gundam, which is a fantastic support. I have Barbados, which has you know, great defense, great defender. And then afterwards, I have the brand new Hi-Nu Gundam, which is absolutely powerful. It's a nuke on its own. Very powerful AoE attack, extremely powerful EX ability. And then afterwards, I also have the brand new Force Impulse with the brand new Pilot as another support. And then I have Zeta, because Zeta and Camille are actually quite strong. They're probably one of the top hard hitters in terms of like DPS as well, because of that crit and that super crit. So this is going to be an example of a lightning fast like type of a party composition for Season 2, utilizing a UR warship. Now, if you have the healer version of this, it's probably better to go with that. But I'm showing you an example of what I would be using in terms of like a whale party for the lightning fast team. All right, let's go ahead and move on with another example here. So this example right here is going to be a Protagonist free-to-play. And again, like I said, if you have something better within the Protagonist line, use that. But this is more free-to-play, more catered towards if you don't have access to a bunch of the good warships and you still want to have a decent shot at doing Master League as free-to-play or light spender. So for the ship, I went with the Protagonist ship that you could get for free in the G-Shop. Excuse the levels on some of these. I didn't level them. I just wanted to give you guys a visual example. So I have, you know, Wing Zero with Katra, free. I have, what's this thing called again? I need to just double check what this thing is called. The GN Arms Type E for free, you know, development unit with the free pilot that we got from the first Astray event. I got Machu and G-Quux. Amazing DPS unit for a free unit. We have Rising Freedom, and then we also have the brand new Gundam that you could develop as an attacker, and I put Ko Orake there because Ko is such a great free pilot because of that, you know, increase to the MP, you know, right off the bat. So this is going to be an example of a Protagonist free-to-play party. Now we're going to go ahead and go into another formation that I have here as an example. So this one is going to be a Protagonist Gacha or like whale party. Okay, now I'm using the Protagonist ship because we are building a Protagonist party. I'm going with Ariel, I'm going with New Gundam, Hi-Nu Gundam, I'm using RX-78-2, and I'm also using Strike Freedom. So this is an example of a Protagonist one using the Protagonist ship, primarily using the UR Gacha units or whatever you have available. Next setup that I want to show you is going to be right over here. This is the Newtype machine Gacha. Now, what I did with this is I also filtered out Lightning Fast because that's the one that I wanted to use, because Newtype machine tag is not in the featured boost. However, Lightning Fast is, and Newtype machine ship with Bright Noah and Rock Calum is the second limited UR warship. It's not as good as Eternal and Lacus, but if you want to go for a build like this, this is an example if you're using Gacha units. So I got New Gundam, I have a Unicorn, I have Hi-Nu, I also have this unit right over here, which is a Gacha SSR. Actually, no, wait, that's not a Gacha SSR. That's a development SSR, excuse me, with Mika, with Zaku 3 Custom. And then afterwards, I have Camille again for another hard hitter. So this is an example if you want to go the Newtype route, in terms of like, you know, what you want to use alongside with Lightning Fast. So you still get the Lightning Fast boost from the Master League Season 2 boosted tags, and then you also get the Newtype machine boost. All right, I have some more here that I want to show you before we end the video. This one is going to be Lightning Fast free to play. Now the caveat here is this is assuming you're free to play and you pulled one of the 2 UR Lightning Fast ships. I do have the healing one, so I went ahead and went with that for this particular setup. And then I have Red Gundam. I have this one right here, which is the blue frame. Yep, blue frame second. I also have the brand new Nightingale, which is an amazing unit. I have a separate video coming out for Nightingale. Great development SSR. I have the Queen Mantha, and I also have the brand new Destiny Impulse with Ko Oraki. So if you have the Lightning Fast ship for UR and you're a free-to-play or light spender, this is an example of what you could potentially bring using primarily free-to-play units. And the last setup that I do want to show you guys before I end the video is going to be this one. This is going to be a what is this? A Tough as Nails. What What did I go with? Actually, no, wait. Sorry about that. That's not the party formation that I wanted to show you. I know I had one more here. Or was that it? I think that was it. I think I got that mixed up with the last season, which had Teppa's note. Okay, so just to wrap the video, just to summarize the video, we have an example here with the one-shot killer the one-shot killer lineup, primarily utilizing, what is it, Protagonist. Afterwards, we have the Lightning Fast right over here with the utilizing Gacha units. And then afterwards, we have Protagonist free to play. Okay. And then afterwards, we have Protagonist primarily using the Gacha units. And then afterwards, we have the Newtype machine, also utilizing Lightning Fast, assuming you have the Newtype machine, limited warship. And then finally, we have this one, which is the Lightning Fast free-to-play, assuming you pulled one of the Lightning Fast ships that's free-to-play, and you have no Gacha URs, but you want to utilize a Lightning Fast party. So these are the party composition visuals that hopefully can give you guys some ideas. Let me know what you guys are going to be using, what you're going to be running for the upcoming Season 2. I think it's cool that they're giving us information ahead of time because it definitely helps players prepare ahead of time. It gives us an idea of which units we want to gun for in the development tree, especially based on the ships that we have. I'd love to hear from you guys. Again, thank you for being so patient with me with the lack of uploads for the last few days. But I'm back. We're going to be doing some streams. I'm excited to be streaming. I'm excited to be making videos. Let me know what you guys think. Thank you guys again for watching. Stay tuned for the next video and stay blessed, everybody.